here at Dirty. We said in the beginning that it's World Blood Donor Day, and we cannot be left out of the celebration and a conversation of how important people who donate blood are to the world, basically. So joining us this morning to have that conversation, I'd like to introduce our medical doctor, Dr. J.K. Akwoko. Good morning, sir. Welcome.
Thank you.
And then we also have Fortune Ishan. He's an executive assistant at Blood Drive Ghana, and he will help us to know what you're doing coming Saturday as part of the celebrations of World Blood Donor Day. This is where I hand over to Dr. Emefa Kosi.
Don't be silly. Don't be silly. But Doc, before I come to you, I'd like to understand, the whole blood drive. Is it an initiative? What do you do? What particularly do you do about blood?
All right, thank you. We're glad to be here today. Blood Drive Ghana is an organization founded on 5 of the SDGs. Firstly, number 3, good health and well-being. Number 1, no poverty. Number 10, reducing inequalities. 11, sustainable communities and cities. And 17, partnership for goals. As an organization, we're about helping people stay healthy, and we do this by encouraging them to donate blood regularly. When they donate this blood, it helps other people in the clinic who would be needing blood transfusion to stay healthy. And as an organization, we're excited for what we do, and we currently, while we're not in every region in Ghana, we are most dominantly in the Greater Accra region, in the Volta region and around.
Right.
Okay.
Right. He said something that caught my attention, that how important it is for people who donate blood to stay healthy. Is it the person giving the blood, is it healthy for him to give blood?
Yes. While we encourage people to donate blood to help others, it also helps the blood donor to stay healthy.
Oh.
Donating blood regulates the iron level in the body, which in general would improve your cardiovascular health. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Doc is here like he's not here.
I didn't know
Doc, but I mean, in your years practicing as a doctor, how would you say is important for blood donation in your chosen field of work?
Yeah, blood is a very important fluid in our body. Very important fluid pass. And like you said, donating blood, you're saving life. At times we need blood so urgently that we need blood. And it's only blood. Some scientists in some parts of the world have tried to manufacture a certain kind of blood, but they haven't succeeded. So if you need blood, you need blood. It's a very important fluid in our body because it contains so many components. When you see blood as red fluid, there are so many components inside. We have the red blood cells, we have the plasma, we have the platelets, and they all perform certain functions. The red blood cells that makes blood red carries oxygen into the body and takes carbon dioxide outside of our body. The plasma contains antibodies, it's good for our immunity. And the platelets are good for blood clotting. So it's not only one thing, it contains a whole lot of things. And you get it only from blood.
So I was going to ask, nothing replaces blood. If a patient is in need of blood and there's nobody to give blood, and you can't also get blood in the blood bank, nothing can replace it.
We try to give some fluids, IV fluids, but
blood is blood.
We need blood, nothing else. Especially if your HB level drops so low, we need blood. We give the fluids to expand your blood volume for some time, but we need blood. And that's the only fluid that nobody has been able to replace. No scientists have been able to replace. We need blood. That's all.
Doc, perhaps a silly question I'm going to ask, but how different is our blood from animal blood?
There are some animals, I was reading about it this morning, that contains red blood, right? But it's not like the human blood.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there's no way. Scientists have not gotten to the level
You
where...
can't give a goat blood to a human being. You can't give a fish blood. They all have red blood cells. Blood.
Okay.
We can't give neither to any human being. We need the human
Blood.
another human being to donate the blood.
Can everybody give blood?
Yes, if you are healthy, because we don't take blood from people who are sick, but any human being can give blood from the age of 17 years. We're saying up to a certain kind of age, but so far as you're healthy, you can give blood.
Okay. I mean, if I ask what healthy means, then it to be subjected to a lot of things. This means that there's a standard requirement that for you doctors would see, or a person that's drawing the blood will require that, you know, they see that you match up to these standard requirements. And are they very basic?
Yeah,
I'll come to you, Fortune, later, but I want to stay with Doc for a while.
I would say if you are healthy, healthy means so many things. But before anybody donates blood, we talk to them, we examine them, do a few other blood tests to make sure you are healthy. Because we don't want the blood to be full of infections before we give it to another person. We want that the person who's going to take the blood also healthy. So we must get somebody who's healthy to donate the blood.
Okay.
Let me just follow up on that, Doc. Perhaps another silly question, but the amount of blood in a person, does it differ from person to person? Do we all have the same amount of blood in us so that you can say that, oh, this person has enough blood to donate, or it varies from person to person?
A healthy person have about 5 liters of blood in our bodies. And it's the same for everybody.
Oh.
If it goes low, that means there's a problem. If it goes high, that means there's a problem. But all of us have 4 to 5 liters of blood in our bodies.
Right. Okay.
I'm going to go to Fortune, but Doc, when I come back to you, my question would be, well, we all know that there are types of blood groups. What do they mean and what is peculiar to each person in their group? But Fortune, so you have, because you mentioned SDGs, takes me to policy level, takes me to a higher level of asking questions where, what have you been finding? At the time we're donating blood, is it that blood banks are finished, or there's blood but we need more, or people's attitude towards blood donation? It's just not a culture that we encourage in this country. What's really the challenge that you want to bridge?
Okay, I think it will be a combination of all you've mentioned. There's a shortage in the blood bank. The culture of people to donating blood is relatively low. Last year, for instance, the National Blood Bank recorded that only 25% of blood donated was from voluntary blood donors. That's pretty low for a country. And as an organization, we're trying to move away from where when someone needs blood, they need to get a relative or a friend to come donate blood, to where there's stability in the blood bank, where when you need blood, it's available. It's readily available and you can easily get it. And because when we go through the replacement system, the blood has to be tested and processed before it's given to the person. This takes time. And in a second, you could lose an individual. That's something we as an organization we're trying to avoid and reduce. And also we're trying to encourage people to build this culture of regularly donating blood.
Okay.
So we hold events regularly to where we get our blood donors to come donate blood. This Saturday we would actually be holding one in Cantonment to celebrate the World Blood Donor Day.
Okay. I mean, because you're not from the National Blood Donor, organization, but I still want to ask, what is the current situation today as we speak for you to want to even, if not for today being the World Blood Donor Day, what will be the aim for Saturday? Do we have blood currently? Dog is shaking his head. Dog, do we have blood? Do we have enough?
We never have enough blood in the blood bank. That's why we always appeal for voluntary donors who we depend upon them a lot, or such discussions to encourage people to come and donate blood. Because like you were saying, there are so many misconceptions about blood donation.
Yeah.
Right? So many of them. But blood donation is healthy because we never take blood from somebody who is sick. Before we take your blood, we make sure you are healthy. So we check your blood pressure, or check, and anyway you are winning, right? We make sure you are healthy first. And if we find anything wrong with you, we also take it up.
Okay.
So those misconceptions are a lot of them.
Okay.
People are scared of the needle. People are scared of blood. People say I'm too old. Some people say I've got hypertension, so I can't donate blood. Right? And then some people says it hurts to put the needle inside.
But dog,
It
isn't that
does.
people saying it does, dog? Does it not hurt truly? I mean, if you look at what the higher goal is to save a life, so that pain shouldn't be that much.
Okay.
Or dog.
I donated blood 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
I wouldn't say it doesn't hurt, but when the needle goes in, it
That's it.
stings. But that's it. When the needle is in, it's in. Like no one is coming to take it out or try to hurt you with the needle.
The annoying thing is when the person is looking for it and they can't find it and they keep going at it again.
There are times it happens, but I'm saying like any other injection, it hurts. It hurts, but it's not that too bad.
Perhaps it was a different way of taking blood from people. I'm sure we'll have more people coming
No,
in
like
to
some
donate
people
it.
see the blood vessels outside easy. That's some have to struggle a bit.
Okay.
But
It will be a good time to talk about the peculiar requirements. Do all the blood groups require that? Well, you mentioned anybody can give blood, but what's the peculiar requirements for each blood group?
you see, you have all sorts of blood groups. You got the A, O, AB, and B.
Okay.
And then with the A, we have A positive, A negative. The B, we have B positive, B negative blood. The AB positive, AB negative. O positive, O negative blood.
Eight.
They are all blood types, but some are, say, healthier than the other.
Okay.
Like blood group O is very, very important because we give blood group O to everybody. We call them universal donors, especially during emergencies. You go to the emergency unit, somebody come bleeding or bled somewhere, and we need blood immediately. You have to give all blood to bring your blood up. AB also is another blood receiver. Then I was telling you have the positive or negative.
Okay.
But before we give blood to anybody, we match them. Because if you don't give the right blood, it's a very heavy reaction. It can kill the patient even. So before we do that, we check whether you are A positive or A negative, O positive or negative, before we give to the patient.
Will it be too technical to ask what the positive means and what the negative means?
The positive, negative means we have the A, O, AB blood, but there's something called rhesus. Yeah, so we do the type. We do the type, we check whether you are rhesus negative or rhesus positive. It's all done in the lab
Okay.
before we give to a patient.
Okay. Okay. So you, because you've been doing a lot of exercise, which is the O positive the most common one? Maybe Doc can confirm that. Is it the common one in this country?
The O positive and O negative are not very common.
They're not?
Yeah. We don't get a lot of donors who are O positive or negative. And that's the blood type we need the most. Because just like Doc mentioned, if there's an emergency, you don't really have the time to run all of the tests to be sure of what blood type the person needs. So you'd want to give an O negative because it goes to every blood type. But if you don't have it, then it takes a longer time to be certain of what blood type the person needs and then administer to the person. Sadly, they're not a lot, and oftentimes when we find them, they don't want to come donate blood. They're kind of scared.
Doc, is there a way, I don't know, is there a way we can create these blood types? So for instance, if I'm A and MFR is B, and we probably have a kid, the kid will be AB. Is it that simple? Is it that mathematical that that's what's going to happen? Or it's just random? You could just, the child can just be anything.
Yeah. A child gets his blood group from both parents.
Okay.
Any child takes half of me, half of my wife. So it depends upon what type of blood I have before we conceive the child. So when it comes, we have to test also. You can't look at the baby and say it's going to be A positive or B positive. We also test them to check whether they are A, B, or AB.
So we can't create O by all means with our...
We don't create anything.
Okay.
The only time we create is when we are making my wife pregnant, with the baby coming out, because he's going to take half of my blood group, he's going to take half of my wife's blood group. You can't create any blood.
Okay.
I was telling you, scientists have tried everything to manufacture a certain kind of blood, but they haven't done it.
Doc, I guess what I'm asking is, if let's say if I'm O positive and she's O negative, is there the guarantee that my child will be definitely O? It won't be, he or she won't be A or B or AB. It will definitely be an O,
Yeah.
right?
If it's O, it's O. If it's AB, O, then the child can be A or B.
Okay, that's what I want.
If it's
Okay.
O, it's O. The
Okay.
baby is going to be O, either O positive or O negative.
Okay.
So these universal donors, does that make them more healthier?
The what?
Universal donors.
They're old people.
Is it automatic that they're healthier than the other blood groups?
Not that. I mean, saying blood group O is very important because they are universal donors, but it doesn't mean they are healthier than the other blood groups, no.
So it's a misconception, because I've heard people say that people who are O hardly get sick. Hardly.
Yeah, when it comes to diseases and blood group, we say blood group O, people protect people from having severe malaria. Even though they can develop ulcers, but blood group O protects patients from having severe malaria.
Okay. Which one of the blood groups are, if you know that you have this blood group, it means that you must really take care of yourself. It means that you're susceptible to certain type of diseases. Which one of them?
Yeah, we say blood group O people protect us from getting severe malaria.
Okay.
But they can also fall sick.
Okay.
They are prone to developing ulcer, peptic ulcer.
O people.
But it's not that serious or that common.
Okay.
Even protection of malaria, you can get malaria, whether you're O or AB or A. But people with blood group O don't usually get severe malaria because they are protected.
This might be a technical question, but how long can blood that is drawn, how long can we preserve it at the blood bank?
I think that's why we try to get people to donate blood regularly. Blood has a really short shelf life.
Really?
Yeah, it doesn't stay for more than 3 months in the blood bank. And so you might feel like, oh, I donated blood, it's there. When I need it, I'll get it. But it doesn't stay for long. So it goes in and it goes out. It's been used to help other people. It's just like that.
So there's never a time.
When you say it doesn't stay long more than 3 months, are you talking about shelf life or consumption life?
Shelf life.
The shelf life of
Yeah.
it.
So it expires.
It expires.
So, but is there ever a time where you have blood that have expired and you have to? Not usually.
We don't really have much.
We say somebody can donate blood every 8 weeks.
Okay.
Right, so they store them. And after that, if it's not given out, it expires. But see, there are other components in the blood that are kept somewhere. There's red blood cells, there's plasma,
Okay.
or there are platelets, that are kept somewhere.
It is drawn from the blood. Okay.
We use them at different times.
Right.
Okay. Okay.
We have a whole blood, but in the whole blood, you have the plasma, we have the platelets.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, which suggests to me that a patient can come and present certain, and then you need platelets because they don't have platelets. Their platelets is low, so you're going to transfuse platelets only, or?
There are times when we give a patient only platelets.
Okay.
Platelets are there for you to clot your blood.
Right.
When we need it, we give you platelets.
Okay.
But most of the time, we give whole
blood.
blood that contains everything.
Okay.
Or if you give whole blood, it corrects everything.
Okay.
You get red blood cells, you get the plasma, you get the platelets that can perform different functions in the body.
Okay.
But there are times that we give platelets if you have a clotting defect.
Okay.
You know the meaning of clotting? Your
so
blood doesn't clot.
Yeah.
So that stops you from bleeding.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So when you're coming to donate blood, I know that there's a form that person that's going to guide you to draw the blood or to give the blood would ask you. Yeah. One of it will be your age, your height, this and that. One thing that caught my attention, I was telling my colleague, is whether or not you have a tattoo.
Okay.
Doc, would you like to address that one from the medical?
Yeah, tattoos, I can address it.
Okay.
In some areas, countries, if you have a tattoo, you can't donate blood until after 12 months.
Okay.
Why? I don't understand. Why? Because people going for tattoos are, how do I put it? I don't know whether we are scared they might introduce some infections or not, or whether the chemical, I don't know much about tattoos.
Right.
I don't know whether the thing they use to tattoo you contains some chemicals. I don't know. But people with tattoos, they're not prevented 100% totally. But we watch them. After 6 months or 1 year, if everything is fine, you can come and donate blood. We want everybody to come and donate blood.
Okay. Okay. Have you had certain peculiar situations like this?
Yeah, so the idea with tattoo is you're not certain where the person got the tattoo from. You're not certain of the equipment used for the tattoo. So they might get some diseases from the needles and stuff. And so usually we'd want them to take time to see how they react after the tattoo to be sure that they are healthy enough to donate blood.
Okay. Okay.
When they come, we examine them like any other patient and make sure they are healthy. Everybody's examined, tested to make sure you are healthy. You don't carry any infections. That is why if you have some infections or some other disease, we don't allow you to donate. But even that, you can take your blood and use the other parts of the blood for other problems.
Okay. If I drink blood, must blood go through the receiver? Must it go through the veins? Or in worst case scenarios, if I drink blood, would it still do the same job?
If you drink blood, it's destroyed. All blood must go through the veins. Drinking blood doesn't sort out any problem.
When we're young, when you get a cat, you say,
oh, those are very minor, very small. But it's destroyed by the stomach acid.
Right. Okay.
Completely gone.
Okay.
So if you drink blood thinking you're going to boost up your blood.
How long would it take for a donor?
Right. If you come to the blood transfusion service, besides the questioning and the examination, it takes about an hour. The actual donating of the blood takes between 8 to 10 minutes.
Okay.
That's fast.
Very short. Now we take, pure water. That pure water, that's a small amount, not a big amount. It's about 450 mils.
Yeah.
It's like pure water, eh?
Yeah.
Right. Very simple.
Okay.
8 to 10 minutes, you're out. Even though at times after donation, some patients will feel dizzy, lightheadedness, they want to faint. We'll put you at a place, nicely could give you some water or some chocolate or cocoa to drink.
Glucose.
Okay.
Yeah.
The Milo, do you have plenty there?
Oh,
You have plenty Milo.
oh, sure, you'd get enough. Sometimes people feel dizzy after donating blood. It's normal. It's there for you to monitor yourself and know what is normal for you. myself, I know when I finish donating blood, I know I'm able to do other things like almost immediately. But often I take a break. I take like some 5 minutes to rest, and then I'm out and going. Usually when we hold blood donation drives outside the clinic, it usually takes about 30 minutes to go through the whole process. Because we're out, we just do some preliminary tests, your HP, your blood pressure, and stuff like that. Then the other tests and for hepatitis B and C are done back in the clinic. Okay. And so it's a faster process when you come outside of the clinic. Okay. Because we don't want to keep people for long, knowing that they have other things to do with their time.
Would you advise anybody to do any hectic activity after donating blood, or rather they keep it calm, like work out or go about your normal activity? It's not advisable, is it?
No. Would rather you get some rest after donating blood. Okay. So even when going through the form, when filling out the form, there's a question asking what activities you'd be performing after donating blood. Okay. That is to ensure that you're not going to do anything that would put you in harm's way.
What about food?
Okay, I was going to, before a person gets ready from home to come to the donation center or the hospital to want to donate, can they eat something? Can they drink? You know.
You can do anything.
You know anything. You can take some 2 shots of cognac.
Not alcohol.
Take some 2 shots of cognac.
Alcohol, yeah.
No alcohol.
Alcohol, no.
No. Okay.
It doesn't help, eh?
Alcohol, we strongly...
not even red wine, because it looks like blood.
Whatever. That hour or two that you're going to spend with us, just make sure you come.
Okay.
Come as yourself. Come as you are.
You caught my attention, Fortune, when you were talking about, if you could take your time with that and let me understand it, perhaps encourage myself and the many of our viewers out there, really how beneficial it is for anybody who donates blood, honestly, apart from saving lives, which is actually the ultimate. What does it do for me as a person?
Okay, sure. Doc had mentioned the tests that have been run on people who come to donate blood. So think about it. You get a free health check.
Free test.
Every time you donate blood. So if I'm going to donate blood, they have to make sure I'm healthy. That means basically they test me for everything to be sure I'm healthy.
Right.
That is, it's free. And even this Saturday for our blood drive, we're putting in an extra dental check, which is free for everyone who comes to donate blood.
What, dental?
Yes.
The teeth?
Yes.
What does it got to do with blood?
It doesn't have to do with blood, but as an organization, we try to take care of our own. So we try to make blood donation fun and easy for people, and so we do things like that.
Okay.
Do you test pregnancy for women that come?
No, please.
If we're talking to you and we suspect, that. With me, I take every woman pregnant until proved otherwise.
Oh no, Doc!
Thank you very much, Doc. I like that.
Amen to that.
Okay.
Every woman is pregnant until
proven otherwise.
Otherwise, like you said, there are a lot of benefits from blood donation.
Right. So does this suggest that if the woman tests, if they're pregnant, they can't?
No, you don't donate blood. Pregnant women don't donate.
Even no matter the stage, whether it's a month or 2.
We want you to use their blood to take care of your pregnancy.
Baby. Okay.
When they are pregnant, their blood goes a bit down because they're taking care of the baby inside them. We don't allow or advise pregnant women to donate blood.
Okay.
They can come 6 weeks after delivery to donate blood.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
After giving that 40, 50 ml or 500 ml, are there foods that I can eat to replenish?
Whether the best thing is, you have to replenish the blood naturally.
Okay.
Normal diet, healthy diet. But whether you do it or not, the blood replaces itself within 24 hours.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Where does it come from?
The body.
Your body will produce it?
Yes.
I just gave it that. Why are you looking if I behave yourself?
Yeah, the body is producing blood.
Because I'm giving it out, so I'm thinking it's left with, let's say if it's 5 liters like you said, and I've given 450 or 500, so I'm left with 450. Where is the extra That 500, where is it coming from?
Doctors, the 500 come after 24 hours.
You see, that's also another reason why we encourage people to donate blood. Your body learns to produce blood faster if
When
you
you
donate
donate.
blood often.
Right.
And so if in a situation you're involved in an accident, your body knows to produce blood faster than someone who doesn't donate blood. So you're safer when you donate blood.
Nice. System memory. Okay.
The body is producing blood. The blood comes, and the body produces blood all the time.
All the
Once
time.
it's depleted, yeah. Once it
Okay.
goes, unless you are sick, unless there's something wrong with you, but then we take care of that.
The blood that I have as a woman, is it different from the blood that he has as a man?
We're saying women have a bit of less blood than men, and then men tend to have more iron than women because of their
Okay.
menstruation, pregnancy. You know, women are so special.
Can I donate blood in my period, during my period?
You can.
I can.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
can.
Fortune.
And
Okay.
the same thing applies to people who say, I've got hypertension, I can't donate. But once you come, we check and the blood pressure is controlled, and you can. People say, I'm on medication, I can't donate blood. But it depends upon the type of drug you're checking.
Right.
We check all that because we
Okay.
want healthy blood for another person.
Okay. But where is this blood? What's the event happening? What time?
Oh yeah, thank you. The event is happening at Cantonment at the Department of Parks and Garden.
Okay.
We try to go out often. A nice experience for people. So Parks and Garden, 9 a.m. on Saturday. We'll be out there. We expect everyone to come in. We'd love to see you guys come donate blood. Yeah, I'd be there, and the whole blood drive team would be there to welcome you.
Do you remember how many times you've donated blood?
Yeah, I started donating blood in 2021.
How old were you?
I was, how old was I in 2021? Well, I'm turning 25 this year, so I was 22.
Yeah.
Yeah,
17 plus, you can donate blood.
Okay.
I was,
Okay.
I was 22 when I first donated blood, and since
Voluntarily?
Yeah.
Were you part of the blood drive team?
then,
or-
that was my first time with blood drive, actually.
Okay.
Yeah, it was a day after my birthday, and I wanted to donate blood
Nice.
Okay.
because it was after
Very
my birthday.
thoughtful.
It's not that your sister was pregnant, nothing happened.
Yeah.
And
I've never donated blood for a family member,
Oh.
and so far I've donated blood 8 times.
Wow.
It's all just been voluntarily.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.
Maybe Saturday will be my fifth. Maybe.
It will be
This
your
Saturday.
I'll be glad to
Fifth.
see you there.
Saturday we are on.
it will be your fifth time donating
Yes.
blood. Wow, that's impressive. That's very impressive.
I like needles, weirdly.
Very impressive.
Anyways.
Okay, Doc, is there anything you wanted to add? Your final words before we let you go, and thank you for really joining us
Blood
today.
donation is excellent because we use it to save lives, especially during emergencies.
Okay.
But there's no point somebody dying from lack of blood in the blood bank. There should always be blood in the blood bank
Okay.
to save lives. That is it. Very
Final question: what's the color of blood? Is it what the man is wearing or what I'm wearing?
It varies between
It could
this.
be any.
It varies.
If it contains more oxygen, it's like this.
Okay.
If it contains less oxygen, it goes to this too. It doesn't go blue that much, but between red and
This one.
this one, yeah. But if it contains a lot of oxygen, red.
Which
And
is
more
what you
oxygen
need.
is better, right?
Which is what
more
you need.
oxygen.
Yes.
More oxygen is better. Okay. Healthy, unhealthy. Thank you.
All right, guys.
Thank
yeah.
you very much.
Thank you so
Dr.
much, Doc.
J.K. Akwoko,
Correct.
medical doctor, and Fortune Ishan is executive assistant at the Blood Drive Ghana. Are you guys on social media?
Yeah, we're on Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube. It's all at Blood Drive Ghana.
Beautiful.
Okay.
Thank you.
Doc,
We'll
but
follow
where
you.
can we find you? Hospital? Do you mind sharing where?
I'm now doing some consultations at Medifair.
Okay.
You know
okay.
Medifair?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Right. Okay, thank
I'm
you.
here on behalf of Medifem Hospital.
Okay.
Thank you.
I don't have my own yet.
That's fine, Doc. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Well,
Yeah.
Fashion Wednesday.
Yeah, Fashion Wednesday, guys. We're telling you how you can have a facial, whether you're a man or a woman, how important it is for you to have your facials. Okay, so to say, that's more.